I have set up a mat and a chair. We will be starting the class standing just to kind of get the body moving. And then the invitation is to either lie down onto the floor, onto your back, or sit in a chair. So the options there for either one. And, you know, just to say as well that it's very small screen, so I can see some of you, but it's very, very small screen. So please do take it really carefully and really gently. And if anything doesn't feel good when you're doing it, please do not do it. So it's your chance to kind of explore where you are, but let go of expectations or frustrations and just have a little bit of fun with it. But this is yoga to make you feel good, not yoga to make you feel pain. So anything that doesn't feel good doesn't matter, just don't do it. Everything is an invitation. So this is obviously Parkinson's Care and Support UK, Mindfulness Yoga. So Mindfulness Yoga is more about the mind, body, breath connection rather than how a pose should be. So just let go of all of that, of like how a pose should be. And really the beauty of this practice is, yes, it's about, you know, feeling good in the body, but it's also feeling good in the mind as well. So which is more important than ever with this kind of anxiety and stress in this kind of crazy, weird time we're living through. So guys, we are going to start. And before we do, I will just mention that my father, Stephen, is joining us today. Hopefully he can hear us. He had a bit of trouble getting in, but he's there now. So welcome, Dad. So if everyone could come and stand on the mat, feet hip distance apart. Just to mention as well that when someone tries to join the meeting, I have to go over to my laptop and press a button. So that's what I'm doing when I keep leaving the mat, is just letting some more people in. So bringing the feet hip distance apart, look down at the feet and lift all 10 toes, spread them, and place them down on the ground. And I forgot, I'm just going to quickly mute everyone. And it's not because I don't love to hear all of your voices. It's just better for everyone to hear me if you're all muted. And I will unmute you at the end. And then place your toes down onto the mat. And then from here, before we kind of start to ground down, keep your feet on the floor, but shift all of the weight into the left side of the body. So the feet stay on the floor, but it's almost like a tree blowing in the breeze. And then coming back through center, shifting all of the weight into the right side of the body, but keep both feet on the floor. And then coming back through center, a very, very small, gentle lean forward. So more weight into the balls and the toes, and just notice how it feels in the body as you do this. And then coming back through center, leaning backwards, just a gentle lean into the balls of the feet, and notice how it feels in the body as you lean backwards. And then coming back through center, having felt the leaning from side to side and backwards and forwards, can you find that sweet spot where the weight is equally distributed on the soles of your feet? So we're not leaning too much to the side, we're not leaning front to back, but find that center point of gravity. And then when you found your center, can you keep those toes spread and press a little bit downwards? So you're really bringing your roots of your tree trunk downwards into the earth, and then working your way up the body. So we're just working on a good posture alignment. Can you start to engage your front of the thighs by lifting the kneecaps slightly? And then start to engage your core by bringing the belly button towards the spine and upwards. So the lower half of your body is pressing downwards, but then can the upper half of the body go upwards? So grow tall through the crown of the head. Bring the shoulders away from the ears, sliding down the back. And then bring your chin parallel to the earth. So the chin isn't down and the chin isn't up, the chin is parallel to the earth. And then can you imagine that there's a string pulling through the crown of the head up towards the sky? So grow even taller. And if you've just joined us, welcome to Mindfulness Yoga. We're just starting in our mountain pose. So if you think about the properties of a mountain: strong, stable, grounded, and rooted in the present moment. So it's a really nice pose to start with. So we can stand here. Although it looks like we're just standing here, we're also strong, rooted, and grounded. And then bring a slight bend into the knees. So there's a little bit of buoyancy here. And then we're just going to start to bring the upper body sway from side to side. Can you let the arms be heavy? And let there be that bend in the knees, so there's a bit of buoyancy. And if you've just joined us, welcome to Parkinson's Care and Support UK Mindfulness Yoga. I'm Charlotte. Come and join us on the mat in feet hip distance apart, gently swaying the body from side to side. And then from here, options to increase the velocity. So maybe you go a little bit quicker. Maybe there's a little bounce in the middle. And maybe there's that end of each moment where the hands gently tap the sides of the stomach. And then start to slow down until eventually we come to stillness, and just take a moment with the arms feeling heavy, and just notice any tingling in the arms, maybe a little bit of heat that we've created. Take a big breath in, long breath out. One more, breathing in and breathing out. And then from here, inhale the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale the shoulders down the back. Breathing in, bring the shoulders all the way up towards the ears. And exhale the shoulders down the back. Breathing in, bring the shoulders up towards the ears. And exhale the shoulders down the back. Last one. Breathing in, bring the shoulders right up towards the ears. And exhale the shoulders slowly down the back. So a little bit different this time. Breathing in, bring the shoulders up towards the ears. This time on the exhale, can you drop your shoulders? Breathing in, bring the shoulders slowly up towards the ears. And on the exhale, drop the shoulders. Breathing in, bring the shoulders all the way up towards the ears. And exhale, drop the shoulders. Last one. Breathing in, bring the shoulders all the way up towards the ears. And exhale, drop the shoulders. Lovely, everyone. And then start to just rotate the wrist joints. So I was just saying as I was starting this class that I've been getting sore wrists from too much keyboard typing. So I'm really, really into the benefits of doing these wrist exercises. And then bring the wrists in the opposite direction. And then slowly coming to stillness. So we did this last time, and I'm just going to come a bit closer towards the computer so that you can see me. So these are really, really lovely finger exercises. So just start with bringing your index finger to the inside of your thumb. And then drag the index finger all the way up to the top of the thumb. And then coming onto the knuckle side of the thumb with the index finger. And then drag the index finger all the way onto the top of the thumb. And then when you get here, flick. And then bring your thumb to the inside of the index finger and drag your thumb pad all the way to the tip. When you finish, get to the tip, come to the knuckle side of the index finger with the thumb and drag the thumb all the way to the nail and then flick. Bring your thumb to the middle finger on the inside and drag the thumb pad all the way up to the top of the middle finger. And then come to the knuckle side of the middle finger with the thumb and drag the finger all the way up to the nail and flick. Ring finger, thumb on the inside to start, drag the thumb pad all the way to the tip, and then coming onto the knuckle side of the ring finger with the thumb all the way to the nail and flick. Bring your thumb to the inside of your pinky finger and press the pad of the thumb all the way to the tip, and then coming to the knuckle side of the pinky finger, which is a bit harder, and then going all the way to the nail and flick. Well done. And then everyone shake out the hand. And then shake all the way from the right side of the room, through the middle, through to the left side of the room. And then back to the middle, shake up really high. Through the middle and shake down really low. And then coming back to neutral, just let the arms fall by the side. And once more, just notice any tingling sensations, any heat. Take a big breath in, long breath out. Breathing in and breathing out. Bring the hands onto the hips, slight bend to the knees. And we're just going to circle the hips in one direction. So what we're doing is we're basically just warming up the body a little bit, giving the joints a little bit of oil before we come to sit in the chair and to lie down on the floor. So just giving a little bit of movement before we start coming into the more mindful resting position. So round in a big circle. And if you've just joined us, welcome to Mindfulness Yoga. If you can, when you're ready, onto the mat, feet hip distance apart. So these big circles are really good for helping digestion. And then when you finish your last big circle, moving in the opposite direction. So hips in the opposite direction, big circle, nice bend in the knees. So you've got nice buoyancy in the knees. And then make this your last big circle. And then from here, just widen your stance just slightly. So now the feet are just wider than hip distance. And then once more, have a bend in the knees. Inhale the arms into the air. And this time, imagine you're drawing a big circle with the fingertips on the ceiling. And we're just going to do a couple in one direction. And then when you finish your last big circle, moving in the opposite direction. And then slowly bring the arms down beside the body. So keep the feet nice and wide. So the feet are pointing forward, slight bend in the knees, and bring your left hand onto your belly underneath your belly button, and then bring your right hand on top of your left. And before we start moving, just take a big inhale through your nose and exhale through the mouth. From here, inhale through the nose, but this time open the right hand towards the right side of the room. So hand and arm. So like you're opening a wing. And then on the exhale, slowly bring the right arm back in towards the belly. Bring the right palm onto the belly, and then this time your left arm, breathing in, opens towards the left side of the room. And exhale, softly close the arm, bring the left hand in towards the belly and bring the hand onto the belly. Breathing in, right arm, opens towards the right side of the room, and exhale, bringing the right arm back in towards the belly and bring the hand onto the belly. Breathing in, left arm. Imagine you're opening a wing side and exhale, closing your arm back in towards your belly. Let's do one more on each side. Breathing in, big wide arm. And exhale, bringing the hand back into the belly. Inhale, left arm opens towards the left side of the room, and exhale, bringing the left arm in towards the belly. So this time, breathing in, open the right arm to the right side of the room. Option for the right arm to maybe move a little bit backwards. So maybe the right arm moves a little bit towards the back corner of the room, and exhale, close. Just an option. Bringing the hand back into the belly, breathing in, left arm opens to the left side of the room. Option for the left arm to move back behind the shoulder, maybe to the left corner of the room, and exhale, close. One more on each side. Breathing in, right arm opens towards the right side of the room. Option for the right arm to maybe move a little bit backwards in space, and exhale, close. Last one, breathing in. Big open space as you bring the arm maybe a little bit backwards, and exhale, bringing that arm back in towards the belly, and drop the hands by the side and bring your feet back in to hip distance apart. Bring the arms down beside the body. So we're going to do another breathing exercise now. So have the arms by the hips with the palms facing behind you. So I'm going to take you through the movement, and then we'll add in the breath afterwards. Have a slight bend in the knees so the legs don't have to be locked. Bring the shoulders away from the ears, so the shoulders are going down the back. Lift your arms forward, so the palms to shoulder height, so the palms face the floor. Turn your right palm to look at your left palm, so the palms face inward. Open your arms wide, as if you're asking someone for a big hug. So the fingertips point to each side of the room. Turn your palms towards the sky. Lift both arms into the air. Bring the arms by the ears, fingertips pointing towards the ceiling. And then turn the palms towards the front of the room and lower both arms slowly down beside the body. So the arms are by the hips, palms facing backwards, back where we started. So that's the movement. Now let's do it again, but we're going to add in the breath. So starting with the arms by the hips with the palms facing backwards. Breathing in, raise both arms forward to shoulder height. Exhale, turn your right palm to look at your left palm. Breathing in, open the arms really wide as if you're asking someone for a hug. And exhale, turn the palms towards the ceiling. Breathing in, lift both arms into the air by the ears. And exhale, turn the palms towards the front of the room and slowly lower the arms down beside the hips, palms facing backwards. So back to where we started, arms by the hips, palms facing backwards. So we're going to do it a couple more times. And you know what? If it's not working or not getting it, it doesn't matter. So really what we're doing is we're moving with the breath to just give us a little bit of calm in the body, a little calm in the mind. So don't worry too much if you didn't do the exact movement, it doesn't matter. So starting with the arms by the hips, palms facing backwards. Breathing in, lift both arms forward to shoulder height. Exhale, turn your right palm to look at your left palm. Inhale, open the arms really wide, so the fingertips point to each side of the room. Exhale, turn the palms towards the ceiling. Breathing in, lift both arms into the air by the ears. And exhale, turn the palms towards the front of the room and slowly lower the arms down by the hips, palms facing backwards. And we're going to do that one more time. So starting with the arms by the hips, palms facing backwards. Breathing in, lift the arms forwards with the palms facing down. Exhale, turn your right palm to look at your left palm. Inhale, open the arms really wide so fingertips point to each side of the room. Exhale, turn your palms towards the ceiling. Breathing in, lift the arms into the air by the ears. And exhale, turn the palms towards the front of the room and bring the arms down beside the body. Well done, everyone. And from here, just give yourself a little shake. Just shake it off. And then we're going to do a mindful walk forward. So if everyone could walk backwards to start, unless you've got lots of room in front of you, of course, then you don't need to. So we've done this a couple times, and what I really love about this and what mindfulness is those things that we kind of do on autopilot, like walking, washing the dishes, making the bed, or when you're trying to get from A to B. Sometimes we're so in that autopilot mode that we aren't noticing all those little nuances. So we're really bringing the awareness back into the body as we're walking. And this is something that you can invite into your everyday. So the next time you are walking to the park maybe, or in your garden, noticing how it feels in your body, maybe also noticing all the things that are around you. What can you see? What can you smell? What can you feel? So starting with your feet hip distance apart. So this is a mindful walk forward. So just start by shifting your weight into the right side of the body and have the knees slightly bent. And we're going to step forward with the left foot, but don't worry too much if you're going to step forward with the other one, it doesn't matter. So lifting your left foot, can you bring the left heel down first? Left heel down first, and then the arch of the foot lowers to the floor. Then the ball, and then the toes. So imagine you've just licked the stamp and you're putting it corner to corner. Shift the weight into the left foot and lift the right foot. And then as you step forward, can you do it mindfully? So the ball lowers. How does it feel in the leg as you do it? The arch of the foot, the toes. And then lifting the left foot. So I'm going to stop talking so that you can really bring the awareness into your body and just continue your walk forward. And then when you've completed your walk forward, just take your time and come back to your mat. So the last thing before we come down onto the floor or onto the chair, feet hip distance apart. Spread your toes. On your inhale, open the arms really wide so the fingertips point to each side of the room, and there's a slight squeeze of the shoulder blade. Breathing in. And exhale, bring one arm over the other, it doesn't matter. And it's almost as if you're giving yourself a massive hug. Well, we are literally giving ourselves a massive hug. And from here, maybe your fingers reach a little bit towards your shoulder blades. It doesn't matter too much though. So just take a moment to thank yourself for taking time to give yourself some time for you, some self-care, some nourishment, some relaxation. Just look and see which arm you have on top. Breathing in, open the arms really wide, squeeze the shoulder blades, and exhale, opposite arm on top this time. Bring the arms in, give yourself a massive hug. Just thanking yourself for coming to your yoga practice, for making time to be mindful. Take a big breath in. And on the exhale, just drop the arms down beside the hips. And then from here, we're going to come either down onto the floor or onto the chair. So if you're coming onto the floor, I forgot to mention, but please grab yourself a cushion for the knees. So Dad, if you're not coming to the floor, just come to sit in a chair, feet hip distance apart, like that. And if you're coming down onto the floor, we're going to come into all fours tabletop. So coming into all fours tabletop, bring the cushion underneath your knees. And if you're sat in a chair, come to sit in your chair and I will come and demonstrate the chair in just a moment. So if you're going to come into your all fours tabletop, bring the cushion underneath the knees because it can be quite harsh on the knees, or having the knees directly on the floor. Spread the fingers and bring the hands underneath the shoulders. So Dad, come to sit in a chair. Spread the fingers, have the fingers underneath the shoulders. So we're going to come into our cat and cow pose. We won't be here for long. So on the inhale, rock your tailbone towards the sky, drop your belly towards the floor, move the shoulders away from the ears and gaze forward. Exhale, scoop your belly in, so squeeze the belly, round the back, tuck your tailbone and bring your chin to your chest. Breathing in, rock your tailbone towards the sky, drop your belly down towards the floor, gaze forward, move the shoulders away from the ears, and exhale, scoop your belly in, round your back and bring your chin to your chest. Just doing 2 more rounds of that. And if you're sat in your chair, just bring the hands onto the thighs, and on the inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades, gazing up towards the ceiling. And exhale, squeeze the belly in, round the spine, chin to chest. So 1 more all together. Breathing in, rock the tailbone towards the sky, squeeze the shoulder blades, gazing forward, and exhale, scoop the belly in, round the spine and chin to chest. And then if you're in all fours, just take your time, do it nice and slowly. Can you roll over onto your bum and then bring the feet flat onto the earth and very, very slowly come to bring the back of the body onto the floor. Feet hip distance apart, arms down beside the body, palms facing up. Take your time, there's no rush. When you're on the floor, can you bring the knees to knock inwards? So bring your right knee to rest against your left knee. So it looks a bit like this. So the feet are hip distance apart, but the knees have knocked inwards. So the knees are resting. And then if you're sat in a chair, can you just make yourself comfortable? Just making sure your knees are over ankles, tracking in line with toes, relax the hands onto the sides, bring the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe using a cushion if you need it. Wherever you are, if you're lying on the mat, feet on the floor, knees rocking in towards each other, arms wide, palms facing up, or if you're sat in a chair with the hands on your thighs, can you close down your eyes? With the eyes closed, just start to bring your awareness from the outside world inside. So what I mean by that is if you've got maybe some background noise, or maybe there's other people, or maybe outdoors, can you start to consciously zone that out, zoning out that sound? Bringing your awareness into the room you're in, onto the floor you're lying on, and into your body. So just notice, how is your body feeling lying on the floor or sat in the chair in this very moment? Just noticing any feelings or sensations in your feet. Do they feel numb, cold, hot? Bringing your awareness to your ankles and your calf muscles, just becoming aware of any sensations here. Moving through your knees and your thighs, which parts of your body feel alive and which parts of the body feel like they need attention. Moving through your hips and your buttocks and into your sacrum, bringing your awareness through your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, and your shoulders. Just noticing which parts of the body might feel a little tight or tense, and which parts of the body are feeling good. Just feeling into your belly and your chest. Noticing any sensations here. moving through your arms, your upper arms, forearms, hands, fingers, and fingertips. And then bringing your awareness to your neck, your head, and your face. Which parts feel like they need a good stretch or softening? And then bring your awareness to your energy levels. Are you feeling full of energy this afternoon and raring to go? Or are you feeling a little bit sleepy and depleted of energy? And just notice it without any judgment or frustration or attachment, just noticing how it is. And then how are you feeling emotionally? Are you feeling happy, angry, sad, bored, frustrated? Maybe you're feeling calm. And don't look for any reasons why. And once again, just notice it without any judgment or frustration, just noticing it how it is. And then bring your awareness to your breath, your natural inhale and your natural exhale. Just noticing that gentle rise of the front of the body as you breathe in, and that natural fall of the front of the body as you breathe out. So often when we're stressed or anxious, the breath can get really short and shallow, and it can be quite high up into the chest. So we're just going to do a breathing exercise now to invite a deeper belly breath to help strengthen the diaphragm, to bring more oxygen into the blood and nourish the whole body. So from here, bring both hands onto the belly, underneath the belly button. And just take a moment to bring your awareness to the palms of the hands. Can you bring the fingers pointing inwards so that the tip of your middle finger gently touch? The two tips of your middle fingers just gently touch. Without forcing the breath, breathe in through the nose and fill the belly with breath. And just notice how it feels in the palms of the hands as you do. And on the exhale, exhale out the mouth, long exhale, and feel the belly gently fall and soften towards the floor. Breathing in, fill the belly with breath, and exhale out the mouth, feel the belly gently fall and soften. Inhale through the nose, filling the belly like a balloon. Notice how it feels in the palms of the hands, and exhale, feel the belly fall and soften. Inhale through the nose, fill the belly with breath, and maybe notice that the fingers slightly move away from each other when the belly's full. And exhale out the mouth, feel the belly soften and fall. Breathing in, fill the belly, and exhale out the mouth, feel the belly soften and fall. Last one, breathing in, fill the belly with breath, and exhale out the mouth, feel the belly soften and fall. And then from here, bring the arms down beside, either down onto the floor beside you with the palms facing up, or if you're sat in the chair, bring the palms onto the thighs. Just take a moment with the eyes closed to just tune back into the body. So noticing any changes, any new sensations, maybe some changes with the breath. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. And then slowly peel the eyes open. So let's invite a bit of movement into the body now. So if you had your legs, if you have your knees leaning in against each other, can you bring the knees to point up towards the sky? So now the knees, the feet are hip distance apart. And then we're going to start with moving just the head. So bring a slight touch to the chin. And if you're sat in a chair, you can do exactly the same thing. So just either if you're lying on the ground, looking up towards the sky, if you're sat in a chair, looking forward, take an inhale here. And on the exhale, turn the head to look over the right shoulder. So just the head is moving. Breathing in, bring the head back through center. And exhale, bring the head to look over the left shoulder. Inhale the head back through center. And exhale the head towards the right shoulder. Breathing in, bring the head back through center. And exhale the head towards the left shoulder. Inhale the head back through center. And exhale the head towards the right shoulder. And just notice, how does it feel in the back of the body as you do this? Breathing in, bring the head back through center and exhale the head towards the left shoulder. And just noticing how it feels in the body as you move the head. Let's do one more on each side. Inhale the head through center and exhale the head towards the right shoulder. And then inhale the head through center and exhale the head towards the left shoulder. And then bring the head back through center. Bring the arms down beside the body. So if you're sat in the chair, bring the arms down the side by the sides of the chair. And if you're lying on the floor, bring the arms beside the hips with the palms facing down. So we're going to do some arm raises now. So have a slight tuck to the chin, so you have a nice long back of the neck. On your next inhale, lift the arms into the air. And either lifting the arms forward, or if you're lying on the ground, lift the arms towards the ceiling. And then on the exhale, slowly lower the arms behind you. But it doesn't matter, maybe the arms touch the floor, maybe they don't. If it feels really tight in the shoulders, open the arms wider so they're a big wide V shape. And if you're sat in the chair, can you bring the arms to point up towards the ceiling? And then from here, breathing in, we're going back the other way. Lifting the arms off the floor if you're lying down. And if you're seated, just bringing the arms back to shoulder height. And then exhale, slowly lower the arms down towards the floor or maybe down towards the hips if you're sat in a chair. So we're going to do this a few more times. So the idea is we're moving with the breath. So we're matching the breath to the movement. Starting with the arms beside the hips. If you're sat in the chair, the palms are facing backwards. And if you're lying down, the palms are towards the earth. Breathing in, raising both arms into the air. Nice and slow. Just notice if you have one arm leading the way, can you equalize the movement? And then exhale, slowly bringing the arms by the ears, but maybe the arms touch the floor, maybe they don't. Maybe you want to open the arms a bit wider so they're a big wide V shape. Breathing in, lift the arms, do it slowly, do it mindfully. How does it feel in the back when you do this? How does it feel in the shoulders? And exhale, slowly lower the arms back down beside the hips. So starting with the arms beside the hips, breathing in, lifting both arms into the air. Just notice if one arm is leading the way, if you have a dominant arm, can you equalize so they're moving at the same time? And exhale, either bringing the arms behind you or maybe the arms are lifting up into the air. Just notice how it feels in the back as you do this. Breathing in, lifting the arms. Slowly, mindfully, can you equalize the movement? And exhale, slowly lower the arms down towards the floor. So we're going to do this one more time. Just notice, does this time feel any different from when we did it the first time? So start with the arms beside the hips, palms facing down or backwards. Breathing in, lifting both arms into the air. Bring the fingertips forward or towards the sky and exhale. Slowly bring the arms behind you on the floor or up towards the ceiling, and just noticing any differences in the body as you do this time than the first time. And then last one, inhale, lifting the arms up towards the sky, and exhale, the arms slowly down towards the floor. This time, breathing in, lift the arms up once more to shoulder height, but this time we're going to stay here. So if you're seated, bring the arms to shoulder height, palms facing down to start. And if you're lying down, bring the arms to point up towards the ceiling. Everyone turn your right palm to look at your left palm. Turn your right palm to look at your left palm. So we're going to do some shoulder lifts. So bring your awareness into the right arm. Inhale, lift your right shoulder away from the earth and bring the right fingertips towards the sky. And if you're seated onto the ground, can you bring the right arm forward in space? And then exhale, bring the right shoulder back down onto the earth and press your right shoulder blade down. Left arm. Inhale, lift the left arm more towards the sky and bring the left shoulder and shoulder blade away from the earth as if you're trying to touch something on the ceiling. And exhale, bring the left shoulder blade back down onto the ground. Right arm, reach the right fingertips towards the sky and bring the right shoulder away from the ground. And if you're seated on the floor, can you bring the right fingertips forward? And then exhale, bring the right shoulder and shoulder blade back down into the earth, or if you're seated, bring it back into the back. Left arm, inhale, reach your left arm towards the ceiling, peel the left shoulder blade away from the ground. And if you're seated, can you stretch the left arm forward? And exhale, bring the left shoulder and shoulder blade back down into the earth, or bring it back into the back. Right arm, inhale, reach the right fingertips towards the ceiling if you're lying down, but if you're seated, reach the right fingertips forward. Bring the shoulder away from the ground. And exhale, bring the right shoulder blade back down into the earth, or if you're seated, bring it back down into the body. Left arm, inhale, reach your left fingertips into the sky if you're lying down. If you're seated, reach the left arm forward. And exhale, bring the left shoulder and shoulder blade down into the earth. From here, lower the upper arms onto the ground. Lower the upper arms onto the ground. Have your forearms and the hands pointing up towards the ceiling. So we've got robot arms. We're in this weird robot arms. And if you're seated on the chair, just have the elbows bent with the forearms and the hands facing forward. And we're just going to start to rotate the wrist joints. So we want good, healthy wrists. So this is really important, especially if you've been typing a lot. And I'm starting to get very sore wrists because I'm not typing very safely. And then turn your wrist in the opposite direction. And then slowly coming to stillness. From here, if you're lying down on the floor, bring both knees in towards the chest. Maybe the hands come onto the kneecaps. Maybe the hands come underneath the thighs. And if it feels okay for you, maybe rock the sacrum from side to side. And if you're seated on the chair, just come to bring your hands onto the tops of your thighs. And then slowly coming to stillness, drop your left sole of the foot to the floor if you're lying down, and bring the right hand onto your right knee. And then we're going to bring the awareness into the right ankle and just start to rotate the right ankle joint in one direction. If you're seated in a chair, can you extend your right leg and rotate your right ankle joint? in one direction. And then rotating the right ankle joint in the opposite direction. So just oiling that ankle joint. And then coming to stillness. If you're lying down, bring your left leg back in towards the chest and drop the right sole of the foot towards the floor. Take both hands over the left knee and just start to rotate the left ankle in one direction. And if you're seated in a chair, bring the right foot flat onto the earth once more and extend your left leg along the ground and start to rotate your left ankle with us. And then rotating your left ankle in the opposite direction. And then slowly coming to stillness, bring the left sole of the foot onto the earth and open the arms wide with the palms facing up. And if you're sat on the chair, can you bring the arms down beside the hips? If you're lying on the ground, we're going to come into windscreen wiper legs. So take an inhale here, and on the exhale, rock both legs towards the right side of the room. So just the legs are moving. Maybe the legs touch the floor, maybe they don't. And then breathing in, bring the legs back through center. And exhale both legs, rocking over towards your left-hand side. Nice and slowly. Maybe the legs touch the floor, maybe they don't. So it's like windscreen wipers. Breathing in. Bring the legs back through center and exhale the legs towards the right. Rocking both legs towards the right. And breathing in. Bring the legs back through center and exhale the legs over towards the left. So do this for a few more breaths, please, if you're lying down. And if you're seated in a chair, can you bring your arms across the chest? Inhale in the center and exhale, turning the upper body towards the right. And then breathing in through center and turning towards the left. So getting that same twist from each side. And making this your last one. And finishing your last side and bringing the knees back through center with the knees pointing up towards the ceiling, arms really wide, palms facing up. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. One more, breathing in. And breathing out. And then from here, can you start to close down your eyes? If you're seated in a chair, bring the palms onto the thighs. And if you're lying down on the floor, can you let the whole body start to relax? So whether you're seated or you're lying down, can you bring to mind somewhere outside where you might lie or sit like this? Maybe it's your garden, a park, a meadow, on a mountain, by a lake, a stream, or maybe on the beach. Wherever you are, you feel completely safe and supported by the earth. You have nothing to do and nowhere to be. There's a beautiful blue sky above you. The weather is perfect. Not too hot, not too cold. And you can start to feel the gentle warmth from the sun beating down onto your body. And with this in mind, We're coming into final relaxation. So the option if you're lying on the floor is to lengthen your legs long and let the feet flop out to the side. And if you're sat in a chair, make yourself comfortable. So maybe that means sitting a little further back, maybe that means a cushion. And if your eyes aren't already closed, close down the eyes and take a big breath in and an exhale out the mouth. Breathing in, fill the lungs, fill the belly, and an exhale out the mouth. Breathing in, fill the lungs and the belly, and exhale out the mouth. And then just return your breath to normal without any effort. Just your normal inhale and your normal exhale. And with each exhale, can you relax the body a little bit more? Feel gravity make the body heavy and rooted down into the earth. Become aware of gravity's pull and noticing any shifts or changes now than when we started our practice. And then exploring your full range of relaxation. On your next exhale, can you relax your feet a little bit more so they are completely relaxed? Relax your calf muscles. You let go of all tension, all gripping, and let the calf muscles completely relax. Relax the knees. Relax your thighs. Feel the whole legs completely relax. Just notice if you're clenching your buttocks. On your next exhale, can you release and relax? Relaxing your hips. So the hips are loose and free. Relaxing your sacrum, your lower back, your middle back, and your upper back. On your next exhale, feel the whole back relax. Let the belly be soft and warm. Let your chest be wide and free. On your next exhale, relax the area around your heart. Let the shoulders be heavy as the shoulder blades melt down into the earth. Relax the upper arms, the forearms, the wrists. Relax the palms of the hands through the fingers to each fingertip. Relax the neck. Relax the inside of the neck by swallowing. And then can you let your head be heavy? Let the earth support you. Imagine that any worries
spill out the crown of your head and into the earth. So your forehead is completely clear and free from worry lines. Relax your cheeks, your nose, and your mouth. Can you relax your jaw? Relax the tongue, let the tongue just rest loosely within your mouth. As you relax your entire body, feel that it's joyful and peaceful. And if any thoughts start to arise in the mind, remember that you're lying underneath that beautiful blue sky. And the thoughts are just clouds passing by and evaporating into the atmosphere. And then the invitation is to think about what your intention is for the rest of your week. What kind of week do you want to lead? Maybe that's a peaceful week, a calm week, a stress-free week, a joyful week. Can you feel how that week feels? And then start to deepen your breath. Lengthen your inhale and lengthen your exhale. As you breathe in, imagine the breath is traveling through your limbs to reach your toe tips and your fingertips. And then exhaling, breathing out all of the breath from the body. Breathing in, filling the body with breath, vitality, energy, positivity, and exhaling out the mouth any lasting tension, tightness, anxieties or fears, just allowing that to leave the body. And then start to bring your awareness from the inside outside. So noticing those sounds again. What's the furthest sound you can hear? Become aware of any sensations on your skin, any taste within your mouth. And then can you imagine that you're just waking up from hibernation? Start to wiggle the fingers and toes, just bringing a little bit of life into the body, but do it slowly. Do it mindfully. And then moving the wrist joints. And when you're ready, slowly blossom both arms above you and give yourself a stretch like you've just woken up in the morning and this is your very first stretch of your day. And then gently, if you're lying on the floor, bring both knees in towards the chest. And rolling over onto your right hand side fetal position. And please do it very, very slowly because we've been lying down for a while. And then using both your hands, if you're lying on the floor, can you prop yourself up to a comfortable seat? So maybe that's seated in a chair. Maybe that's a back against the wall. Maybe you're cross-legged or you're kneeling. But take your time, there is no rush at all. Gently come into your comfortable seat. And when you're in your comfortable seat, bring your hands onto your thighs and just close down your eyes for one more moment. With the eyes closed and the hands on the thighs, can you lean the upper body back a little bit? So just leaning your upper body backwards a little bit. Imagine you're leaning into something or someone you love. Maybe that's a beautiful tree. Maybe that's a person. And just feeling the love and support radiating behind you. And then bring a smile to your mouth. And the invitation is to take that smile with you for the rest of your day and the rest of your week. Slowly peel the eyes open. Namaste. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me for Mindfulness Yoga. It's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you guys all have the weeks that you intend for yourselves. I'm just going to take you guys off mute.
Well, that was different.
Well done, everyone. Well done, everyone. Thank you for joining me. So this was Parkinson's Care and Support Mindfulness Yoga. I'm back again next week. If you haven't already, there is a wonderful Facebook group with loads of free exercise content, more yoga, chair yoga, qigong. There's also a website as well, so please do check that out. Also, it is a charity, so if you did want to donate, there is ways to donate onto their website. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, rest of your week, and I hope to see you guys again soon.
See you next week.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Cheers. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Martin. Thanks, Francine. Thank you, Jane. Cheers, Susan.
Trying to switch off.
Thank you. Bye.